Okay, and welcome back to a lovely episode of the Saucy Boys podcast. I go by the name of Chaku.
Michael Stokes, baby. What's good?
And we are back, and spooky season is over. We are now in the lovely month of November, and it is not Christmas yet, so I don't want to hear you playing fucking Christmas music already.
That's right. You better stop. You better think twice before you hit play on that fucking Mariah Carey song.
She posted a TikTok.
She always do.
And it was like her on like a horse or something. She was dressed in Halloween gear. And then it flipped and she's like,
She did it last year. It was like she woke up woke up in her bed and hit the alarm clock and she was like, "It's time." And then that fucking song started playing.
I'm like, stop. Hey, but you know what? That's money for her. So.
I was about to say, like, for her, she knows like I don't have to perform because I know there's 2 months at the end of every year and I'm gonna get the bag on royalties.
For real. Because they play that shit everywhere.
The bag is coming.
I wish we could like let, people get through holidays before we start thinking about the next one.
Yeah.
Like a lot of places, you know what? I'll say this year has been a little bit better because most of the time, like I'll see people put up like Christmas shit in the beginning of October. Mm-hmm. And I went to H-E-B yesterday because I was trying to find some candy and some glow sticks or whatever for Halloween, and they had taken down all the Halloween candy.
Yep.
And this was about like 6 p.m. So they had taken down all the Halloween candy, and then they started putting Christmas candy up and like all that shit. So I was like, okay, that's better. Like people are preparing through November, so whatever. Like I get it, it's close.
But that Halloween candy is cheap now.
Oh yeah.
Slashing prices.
And then when you like buy like the I guess premium candy, it's like $15 for a bag, and there's like 40 pieces in there.
Well, that's the thing about Halloween though. It's always cheaper on November 1st.
Yeah.
So if you're a big Halloween fan and you get your decorations, a lot of those people they wait till today and go and get them because literally one day, 24 hours, it goes from full price
to half
to
price.
50.
Yeah.
Just immediately. So it's just like you go find shit for slim pickings and then you set for the next year.
See, my bad. I misheard that. I thought you were saying like, because I went to go find candy before Halloween the week before, and they had like all the bullshit candy out, like the little $5 bags, and had like jawbreakers and shit in it. It's like, come on, bro. But yeah, before we get too deep into that, the bevy of the episode is just a random assortment of things.
We did it.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna go with the crown. Well, I'm debating. I'm still debating. I'm gonna decide from here until the end of the show whether I want to drink or not.
We're not gonna peer pressure.
I kind of want to keep it going, just to see how long I can go without drinking.
We don't want to start a chain reaction.
But I mean, I might dabble.
I mean, it's just I don't want you to drink this and then. Next thing you know, you go to work.
I'm on a fucking bender.
And yeah, you're just on a fucking bender. Like, I can't get a hold of you. I'm like, where's Chaku at? He hasn't seen his baby. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck?
You're going to see me on Instagram standing on some random bar top, like fucking Diddy in the Halloween costume and his Joker costume.
I come to check on you. You're like sleeping on top of your fucking island right there.
Yeah, see?
Just all the bottles of liquor are just fucking drunk.
Like... I'm not a crazy boy when I drink though. I'm pretty much the same drunk as I am sober.
You are.
Yeah.
You're one of the very few people. Well, no, I won't say the few people. A lot of people are like their temperament stays the same as they drink. Normally if it changes, that's when I like take notice and I'm like, ooh, I don't want to be around this person.
Yeah. I slur a little bit more.
Yeah.
I be like, yo, you want good motherfucker? I already talk kind of weird anyway, so but it just gets even weird. People are like, what'd you say? I was like, I don't know. I'm drunk, nigga. I just got to go home and sleep this off. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think I might dabble in it. So if I do decide to drink, I'll take a shot of the Terramana, and then I'll jump into the Crown with you. But I don't know if I want to do Crown and Sprite or if I want to do Crown and Coke. So I'm deciding. But I'm going to go ahead and let you prep your bevy.
It shouldn't be hard, It's
yeah,
kind of like muscle memory now.
And if y'all are listening to this, in the evening, go ahead and make yourself a little drink, get you a little glass of wine, or if you on the way to work and you're a degenerate, go ahead and put that Bailey's in your coffee,
Splashola,
or just sip on your morning orange juice, or your coffee or whatever you got going on, your little Starbucks run,
Woo.
your little pumpkin spice latte or whatever.
It's tasty.
Yeah. So Halloween, man, how was it?
I'll ask you because I didn't do shit.
Yeah, see, I feel like when you get like older, you don't really. Halloween for me is a bit different because I'm a DJ, so I get to fucking celebrate for the whole weekend, and it's kind of overwhelming because you want to keep the shit fresh and fun, and you got to have a costume for like each day.
I was about to say you're booked 3 nights, so that's 3 costumes you gotta have.
So I didn't miss with the costumes. My costumes were actually pretty dope. I had the pick me up alien.
I saw that in the trash. Yeah.
And then my baby, she was Dorothy for Halloween, so I ended up doing the Cowardly Lion.
Yeah.
But I had some courage. I had the courage pin. So
you took her trick or treating?
I was good. Yeah, we just went around and. I mean, she can't eat the candy and
so
shit.
You got yourself some candy.
We didn't really ask. We just
her.
kind of, wanted to check out the houses and costumes and see. Halloween is very different now than what it was whenever we were going trick or treating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when a post-COVID world too.
Yeah, that too. It's weird seeing it because I haven't been out in a while because like I always work on Halloween, so. Being out and like walking the streets, titties. Sorry, hey, movie in the background, wedding crashes. It's a scene where there's just boobs everywhere. But being in the shit now is like going and seeing. It's very it's kind of depressing.
What do you mean?
Because it's not as fun. It doesn't seem as fun as it did when we were doing our shit back in the day because like people sat on the porch and like. They had their like decorations or whatever, and then it's like when we went out this past. I mean, there's a couple of houses decorated, but the majority of it was just people sitting in lawn chairs and like.
In the last decade, definitely what I've noticed, like even when I was like living it and like with my parents still in my like early 20s, was like the kids never really turned out no more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you talk about the difference between us and now is like. It was like it seemed like every fucking kid was outside when we were kids.
Yeah,
we were mobbing the streets.
On
like
the bikes,
you couldn't keep candy. Yeah. And now it's like this is like a decade plus where my mom will text me and say like no kids came.
Got all this candy,
and I'm just like and I keep telling her just turn the light off, stop doing it. But her thing is all the little kids who are in her neighborhood when she moved there are adults now. They're gone.
Yeah, and
they don't have kids, and so now it's just these empty nester. Husbands and wives living in those neighborhoods with no
with no kids.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like no one, that's why it happens like that. But it's like, it's kind of, I know what you mean. Like it's depressing. It's been depressing for a while. Like I think like 5 years ago, I was like driving around and like I saw like no kids in the neighborhood.
But then that too is like you want to see people's like creative like costumes and shit now. And then what I noticed about the costumes now too is just like it was all the fucking inflatable joints.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck, man? Like there was a couple of them that were like unique and you could tell like some were homemade. And
I gotta send you one. I saw one that came across my Twitter the other day where somebody was Sonic. And they were laying on the ground with a bag of Funyuns open, and it was like the rings.
Oh,
like he they hit a spike and the rings fell out, and I just busted out laughing when I saw that shit.
That's dope.
It was fucking hilarious,
man.
But yeah, Jinx, pitch pokey on me.
Oh man, I had to get a sip. Nah, because what my parents would do like every Halloween is we would like come up with a character. And like whatever character was popular, so like back in the day, it was like South Park and stuff like that, Scream, whatever. So we would decide on a character, and we would make a costume out of a box, and we would paint the face on the box. It was a big ass box, and we'd paint the face, and we'd get like the costume. And what we would do, I kind of hate giving game away because this was like a really dope idea back in the day, but. The way they're doing costumes now, it's fucking crazy. So the box, you would put it on and it would go up to your waist. And then your waist would have the costume. And so it looked like essentially it looked like a Funko Pop.
Oh, okay.
And so you would be inside the box.
Right.
And you had fishing line, you was moving the hands.
This guy.
And so I think we did Stan one year from South Park. And in his little mouth, we had the silly string, and we would spray silly string out because you know how he'd throw up.
Yeah,
We did that. We did a Scream one. My uncle did the genie from Aladdin. Like we had all these, and we would like hand paint the shit on the box, and it was, and people were like, oh my god, how'd you do that?
Hell
Like,
no,
did you put a small person in the box?
A small person?
Nah,
No, that's just my child.
This is my dad in there. And so it's funny. Like one time, my sister, she was like, so where are your like? And she fucking like punched, and she hit my dad in the shit. Yeah. It was hilarious.
Yeah, no, we weren't that creative or anything. We were always just like go buy it from the store, the costume or whatnot. But I just, me myself, I was never like really creative on a costume of like, man, I got to make this or anything, or took the time into it. I mean, I think we're a little bit jaded now because it's what's it called again? Fuck, I'm blanking right now. When you go to like Comic Cons and shit, and you see people dressed up as their favorite character,
like cosplay.
Yeah. We cosplay now, and it kind of like steals the momentum from Halloween because it's like you see it year round.
Yeah.
From like of like people dressing up as like their favorite characters all the time. When it's just like, damn, that would be a fire ass Halloween costume, but you're breaking it out in fucking April.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of where you land at on there, because it's just like, well, if I cosplay, Halloween's every day of the week, every day of the year for me.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I didn't think about that. But I mean, just like the whole thing of like, you know, being out in the neighborhood and like running around with your friends and like doing all that. And there was a few people out there that was doing it, but like, it seemed very different. Mm-hmm. It seemed more like a hustle.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not from this side of town.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I'm going to pull up and just get all y'all niggas candy.
Nobody trick or treats where they're from anymore. They pull up on someone else's side of town.
Yeah.
Let they badass kids out and let them run amok in the neighborhood because there ain't no competition really.
Yeah.
Whereas us, it was just like, I gotta hit the streets, doggy.
Yeah,
I gotta be back in when the street lights come on. Let me hit it.
We gotta run and get this candy real quick. We didn't have no fucking buckets or nothing. We had pillowcases.
I remember like running home to get my costume on as quick as possible because like, you know, I'd like be checking out the window of like, as soon as I saw other kids, it's go time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
I'm like, you trying to put your makeup on and shit? Like,
Like, where they at? Do I see them? No, nobody yet.
As soon as you see that one kid in the ghost costume running down the street, you're like, fuck.
Yeah. I didn't get a pillowcase. I just got a trash bag, like the big black trash bag.
Oh, yeah.
And I fill it up about halfway most of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Dog, I would have candy for fucking months. I remember one time, like, we went out and, like, as soon as we got out of school, I think we already had our costumes on. Me and my sister was fucking ready. We was like, let's go. So we dipped and we started hitting a bunch of houses, and I had like half a pillowcase already. Mm-hmm. We had them big long ass pillows, so we had a big pillowcase. And so what I did was I ran home and I dumped that shit out, and like I emptied my toy chest, and I dumped that shit in my toy chest. We went back out. And I got another half. Bro, I had candy for like the whole fucking year.
I can vouch for that. I remember vividly throwing away candy 1 year later on Halloween and shit from the prior Halloween. Anything I didn't like,
it was all the honey bits or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
The honey-O's and then...
Well, here's the thing.
The fucking Chico sticks and shit.
Oh, my mom loves Chico sticks.
Cowtails.
So my mom... So like my girl thinks I'm weird because like I like Tootsie Rolls.
Oh, Tootsie Rolls.
Like even the flavored ones, but that's because that grew. I started doing that because it was the last candy I had.
Yeah.
And I just started trying them, and after a while, a few years of eating them, I'm like, these ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, fuck it, I like a Tootsie Roll. They're nice. You know what I'm saying?
I used to get mad at myself because one of my favorite candies is Dots, and I would always eat the fucking Dots first. I'm like, damn it, like I would save like my Dots, but I remember like. Before I get on the bus to go to school, I'm like, let me grab a couple of Dots, let me grab a couple of these, let me grab little Snickers or whatever. You snacking. I used to get in trouble at school too because I had a little bag candy on me.
Getting them
Kids be like, let me get some. Like, fuck off, man. You should have went hard trick or treating like I did.
Should have hit the.
You probably didn't get no candy because your costume sucked.
Trash ass costume. So me, I had to pay the father tax.
Oh yeah.
That nigga loved his gummies. So any Dots. Things like that, they went directly. That's the 10% off top to my pop.
Yeah, same.
You know what I'm saying? So he got his thing. You know, like because you know my man was just blazed out of his mind, chilling at the crib, like
son.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just realized that as a stoner, like that is the best. Like it's like, man, my kid's about to go out there and do all the hard work for me,
all the treats, and come back.
I'm gonna be chilling. and then I'm just gonna collect.
Come
You
on,
know what I'm
man.
saying? Like that is such a hustle.
You pop in the door. Hey, Dad, I brought you your dots.
What you got? What you got for me? What?
Yeah, they be looking in the bag and shit. I'm like, yo, chill.
Remember that? He's just going through like taking the dots. Like, all right.
And I know my parents be going through my candy and shit when I was asleep. They try to act like it didn't. I'd be like, who took this? Be like, I don't know. Because my mom, she like candy.
What goes first for you? You said you like dots. I did admit to Tootsie Rolls, love them, but Tootsie Pops, I'm taking them all. Taking them all. Those are the first things I remember eating all the time.
Tootsie Pops or Blow Pops?
Love my Tootsie Pops, yeah. I love Blow Pops, Paws. I just don't like the gum inside of it because it has no flavor.
The fucking candy apple joints.
Oh,
the green ones.
Yo, when those start popping off, oh my goodness.
I used to get mad because my sister would take them shits.
Oh.
So the candy apple joints with the caramel on them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, those are so good. And then the little like circular ones with the flat circular ones.
Yeah.
And they have like the swirls on it. It's like green, whatever.
I'm trying to
but
visualize.
the sucker stick is hollow.
Mm-hmm.
But like so what I would do with those ones is they had like a little edge on them, and I would always chew the edge off before I ate. I gotta show you them because those things are fucking good too. I used to love those. But yeah, the candy apple suckers. What else? Dots.
Three Musketeers. I love a Musketeer.
Any chocolate.
Yeah.
Any chocolate was on point.
I think the only thing I'd trade was the Snickers. I don't hate regular Snickers. I just prefer the Snickers with almond. And they didn't have Snickers with almond back then, so all it was just like that fun size regular Snickers. So if you like Snickers, you can get those off of me. I like Reese's peanut butter cups. I don't love them. Like I can only have a few of them before I'm like, I don't like this no more. So like if I got a bunch of Reese's peanut butter cups, I definitely barter away a couple of those to a sister.
Betray them.
Yeah, and see what they got. You know what I'm saying? Those are kind of like the ones that would pop out to me normally. Giveaways, definitely Smarties. I don't like Smarties that much.
I kind of those
Pixie
are like
sticks.
Those are like the last. Bottle caps.
Ah, yeah, bottle caps. Yeah, those can go too. Those are all like really, really like cheap candies. They're like double bubble gum and all that shit. That shit's going in the trash.
Nerds.
Nobody eats those. Yeah, same thing with Nerds with kind of like the Tootsie Roll thing. They were just like the last things I had, and I just started trying shit, and I was like, this ain't that bad, but I don't like it that much.
See,
you know?
Nerds though, like Nerds, I would like because they have the little small boxes.
Yeah,
and like you would eat so many of them, like you start to feel. I could only
I'd tear the top and just dump the whole thing and just crunch on them.
See, some of these I'm looking at this list, and some of these are rare. Like most of the shit that we would get were like Nestle Crunch, Tootsie Rolls, Three Musketeers, Snickers. I remember getting Butterfingers.
Oh yeah, Butterfingers.
Twix, and those little the candy corns.
Oh yeah, worst.
I like candy corn.
Oh, Chaku, this podcast will never go again.
Kit Kat, Snickers. You get the little 2-pack of Starburst.
Oh yeah, a couple Starbursts.
Jolly Ranchers, bro.
Beezies. There we go. All right, so now you're listing more that I forgot about. So Starbursts are probably going to be top of the line once I get back and I'm inspecting my haul after I pay my father tax. Then I'm gonna start with the fruity shit, and then move to the chocolate. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I did it.
Airheads.
Oh, good Airhead. They didn't give them out that much, so it was a treat when you got them. A nice, you got
when they would give the full size ones though.
Oh fuck yeah. You remember the mystery flavor?
Yes.
It was like white cherry or some shit. Oh man, I used to love it when I got one of them.
Swedish Fish. I like Almond Joy.
I do too.
So, and people are like, yeah, you like that here? I'm like,
I don't get people who don't look. I don't love coconut, but an Almond Joy is a satisfactory candy bar.
It's got the mush. It's got the crunch.
It's
got the chocolate.
Y'all need to open your fucking minds, people.
All right, I've never got these in a Halloween thing, but circus peanuts. I like circus peanuts. I'm sorry.
Good on them.
Good and Plenty are fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
The purple and white joints.
Yeah.
Any black licorice is fucking horrible.
Yeah, you're the worst. If you're giving out black, I'd rather eat candy with a razor blade in it than black licorice. You're the fucking worst.
Nope, give me the razor blades.
Yeah, give me that one.
Crackle.
What is that?
It's like a.
It's like it's like red package, right?
Yeah, it's like a knockoff.
Oh yeah,
Nestle
yeah.
Crunch.
I know what that is. It's you stick with the crunch. Stick with the crunch bar.
Ring Pops.
Oh, didn't get many of them, but it was a nice treat.
But when you would get one, you'd be like, oh shit.
Like fuck yeah.
Runts were like last.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh fuck, I got.
Chewy runts were good, but they never had them that often.
Yeah, they always had the hard.
Not
joints.
in the fun size.
Dum Dums, of course.
Yeah,
you get those.
That's the lower tier lollipop.
But they're so good.
Yeah, because you can run through like 4 of them in one setting.
Remember Chupa Chups?
Oh, yo, they had a coffee
like
one.
Cream, yeah,
they had a coffee one that like our choir teacher, he'd like sell them for like $0.25. Dog, I like bought out his whole stash, bro. That coffee and cream one was fire.
Milk Duds.
Oh yeah, I fuck with some.
I fuck with Milk Duds.
I fuck with some Milk Duds.
Whoppers. I like Whoppers. I fuck with Whoppers.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Laffy Taffy.
Shake that Laffy Taffy. And
then like nowadays, like you get like Sour Patch Kids and shit like that.
Ah, good time. I wish. Oh, Warheads.
Yes.
Warheads were a big deal.
Lemon Heads.
Yeah. Warhead and Lemon Head.
What were the cinnamon ones?
I don't fuck. I can't. I
forgot what
can't
they're
think of
called.
the name. I can't think of the name. Warheads, though, I think we talked about this before. They changed the recipe, and they're nowhere near as sour as they used to be when we were kids.
Oh no, definitely.
Because that used to be the challenge of like how long can you hold a Warhead on the tip of your tongue?
What was the other one? Crybabies.
Oh yeah,
remember Crybabies? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Laffy Taffy. Oh, Junior Mints. I fuck with some Junior Mints. Twizzlers.
Love them. Anybody who does not like chocolate and mint is a psycho. Like, I don't get people who are like, it tastes like toothpaste. Like, Junior Mints are fucking amazing.
Were Twizzlers like a go for you? I feel like they were kind of like last. Like, when I would get to the bottom of the bag, it'd be like, oh, there's Twizzlers.
Once again, if it was like the breakaway Twizzlers or the chewier one, yeah. But most, like, Red Vines I know they've been around forever, but motherfuckers weren't giving Red Vines out for Halloween when I was younger. No. It was always Twizzlers. Yeah, so you kind of just develop a taste for it.
But see, that's the crazy thing about now too, because a lot of people are like real like conscious of like what they're putting in these kids' bags, and so like a lot of people don't put shit with peanut butter in there, so they don't do the peanut butter cups no more.
These weak ass kids can't handle peanuts.
It's crazy. They're like, I seen somebody post something. Make sure you check your kids' thing, because like, which I get. Yeah, but like
that's crazy. Like 25% of my fucking haul was peanut products, like peanut butter products. As a kid, man.
Like anything with like. So
if I had an allergy, I probably just developed an immunity to it from just eating all that
why's
shit.
My throat itch? Well, fuck it, I'm just gonna keep eating.
Just eat another Reese's peanut butter cup and see what happens.
Man, I wonder if they have like a list of like classic Halloween candy.
I think we went through all of them, man. Like those are the ones. Those are all the ones that I remember in my haul. All the time.
Ooh, remember these? Fucking
yeah, I hate them.
The peanut butter bars.
Yeah, that's too much peanut butter for me.
Those shits is trash. Man, 50 classic Halloween candies.
So there's a limit for me on the peanut butter. Like it has to be like the perfect balance. If it's too much peanut butter, I'm like, I'm good.
You ever get Hershey's Kisses?
I feel like it's I don't think that's a Halloween candy, but I remember
like a Valentine's Day or
Valentine and Easter.
Candy corn.
I do remember getting a few of them.
A lot of people hate candy corn
because it's trash.
It's not that bad.
It's disgusting.
I used to get the little pumpkin ones. I like them. Smarties. I'm gonna have mixed feelings about Smarties. Ooh, Double Bubble.
The worst.
See, we forgot.
I know. I said it. Double Bubble is awful.
Dum Dums, Sweet Tarts. Yeah, I used to get Sweet Tarts.
Yeah, Sweet Tarts weren't a big fan of those.
Pez. I remember getting Pez.
Not much Pez. I think I might have got a dispenser or two in it. Yeah, but I never got like just like Pez candy.
Tootsie Pops is always a plus.
Oh,
why are they ranked 43?
Because they haters.
Fuck out of here. The caramel apple pops,
there they
bro.
Are.
I need
That's what it was.
I wonder if they have these on Amazon.
They got to.
I'm gonna order some.
I remember our teachers started handing them out for like treats, and we were like, we got to get them. Oh, Spree. I forgot about Spree.
Damn, Whoppers, Nerds, of course.
Nerds.
Baby Ruth.
Don't like Baby Ruth.
I fuck with it. Twizzlers, Tootsie Rolls, of course. Runts, M&Ms, of course. Peanut M&Ms, Junior Mints. And while we're naming these off, just say, yeah, I fuck with that one.
Fuck yeah, York peppermint patty. Yo.
Send us your reactions.
When my peppermint levels grew and I stopped eating Junior Mints, I remember asking for a York peppermint patty, and my life changed.
It changed.
Like I experienced true flavor on another level. You know what I'm saying, Chaco? I stopped living down here
and I started
living up here.
Yo, pixie sticks.
I'm good.
I'm just saying. You remember?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Blow pops, of course.
Pops.
Hot tamales.
Yes.
I fucking do. Ring pops, of course. Jolly Ranchers. Mr. Good Bar. It's like a Hershey's with nuts.
Yeah.
Milk Duds. Those are good. Airheads.
There they go.
Swedish Fish.
Not so much.
Dots, my nigga. Pop Rocks,
there
bro.
We go. Pop Rocks.
You know what? Ever since that movie came out.
Urban Legend?
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
I mean, I was still eating Pop Rocks and soda, but, you know.
I'm the type of asshole that when I saw the movie, I tried it, and I was just like, fuck, I lived.
Like, nigga, I didn't die.
Like, yeah, this is fucking bullshit, you know?
I used to love Milky Way. Ooh, Reese's Pieces.
Yes.
Charleston Chew. I
never really had it. I think that's more of a regional candy.
Yeah.
It's not really something that pops off down here that
That's
much.
like some South Dakota shit.
Yeah.
Three Musketeers.
Three.
See, Mounds, I'm not too fond of.
Not a Mounds guy.
Because it has to. There's no almond in it.
Yeah.
It's not as fun.
Almond Joy. Yes. Mounds. Keep it.
But see, Mounds is dark chocolate too.
Yeah, that too. That's even worse.
Almond Joy. There we go. Juji fruits.
Oh.
Them hard ass fucking candies.
Yeah.
It takes forever to eat. Ooh, now laters. Remember those?
Hate them. Because I was like, this is a tease. I'd rather just have a Starburst.
It's like a hard Starburst.
Yeah, I don't want a hard
You're
Starburst.
sitting there for an hour like
breaking my fucking jaw.
the Jawbreakers.
I never was a Jawbreaker fan either.
I like Jawbreakers.
It was like, takes too much time to enjoy. I'm good.
Gobstoppers.
It's a Jawbreaker.
No, it's like a soft one.
No. Gobstoppers are not soft. You bite through them and you keep breaking through the fucking layers.
But it's a lot softer than a Jawbreaker.
I mean, I guess. I mean, if you don't break your fucking molar.
They're like powdery.
Like, when you bite through it.
Bit of honey. I used to hate getting these.
I never had them.
Like, who the fuck eats these? Like senior citizens?
Some old person eating a box of them right now. Like,
I feel like this is a UK treat.
Yeah, it must be.
It's like, would you like a bit of honey?
You want a bit of honey, bruv?
Yeah. No, don't say that. All right. Snickers, of course, that's a good one. Starburst. Why the fuck is Bit of Honey number 11 and Tootsie Pops is 43?
I don't know. We gotta
Please
check and see who
explain.
made this list.
What the fuck? Starburst?
Starburst.
Twix?
All Starburst flavors matter.
Yes, they do.
We do not neglect the yellow.
Sour
we
Patch
eat the
Kids.
yellow.
Good and plenty. See, this is horrible. Whoever made this list needs to
Good
be
plenty ain't that good.
open hand slapped in the mouth.
Relax.
Black licorice. It's disgusting. Kit Kat. Ooh, I used to talk shit because my sister would get hella Kit Kats. I'm like, just bring me a piece of that Kit Kat. She's like, shut up. I used to get my sister used to whoop my ass, bro.
So do mine.
She's a strong woman.
So do both of mine. And then
She
I
could
grew
probably
up.
still whoop my ass. I don't know, because she's sneaky. She got little hands. She be like, flop, flop. She does this shit. I don't know how the fuck she does it. She pinches hard as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
And then she does this thing with her fingers, and she could just like get in your ribs.
Ah, my dad used to do that
She
shit.
fucking me up. I'm like, all right, get your little ass.
Like, my ribs.
I'm like, hey, you don't be doing this shit when we 80.
She gonna see you in the nursing home and just be like,
What's up, bitch? I'm like, oh shit, my sister here. Fuck.
hey, bitch.
Butterfingers, Reese's. See, we didn't really get
bears.
these. These were like white neighborhoods.
Yeah. Those are the neighborhoods you talked about. Like, yo, I heard if you go to this house, they give out full-size candy bars.
Yeah. I want to see if they have a list of Black Halloween candies.
Oh, they got to.
Bear with me.
Hold up. I just took a swig of my Crown and Coke. The first glass I had was just the Crown on the rocks. It was quite delightful, but I decided to try the Coke. I have not been eating and consuming as much sugary things, and so this Coke tastes really fucking sweet now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So here's my little get by. I buy the because I really do like I like my sweets. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck you want me to do, man? I like them.
I like
sweets. Don't fucking talk to me like that. Don't look at me like that, bro. But because I be getting my midnight cravings, what I decided to do was I went on Amazon and I ordered the Lenny and Larry's complete cookie.
Yeah.
I got like a box of 12 of them, and I got like a white chocolate chip and macadamia nut one. It's fucking vegan and like low sugar, and it's a protein cookie, but it tastes fucking good, bro. And so like that's what I be smashing like late at night with like a glass of my my protein milk that I like to drink and shit. So that's how I like, keep myself
I
good.
rock with those. Yo, remember these black and orange candies that you would get?
Yeah, they were taffy, right?
Yeah.
I know one of them tasted like nutty and weird.
Yo, somebody put these rock hard candies taste like a mixture of molasses and child abuse. That is fucked up.
Molasses and child abuse.
Their manufacturer is so ashamed of them that nobody is even sure what they're called because nobody knows. They don't even have a name on the package.
They just end up in your bag.
Yeah, like who the fuck bought these?
Like I remember that someone had like a dish that had them in there, and they gave me a handful, and I had like 2 or 3 in there.
The little yellow package with the red stripe on it.
What the fuck was that?
Mary Jane's.
Huh.
Nobody's eating
What
this.
are the ones that are like watermelon? The package looks like that, but it's like a watermelon on the wrapper, and like you suck on it a little bit, pause, and then you bite into it, and you get the filling, and it's like a really flavor. I don't remember the name of it, but all the old ladies my mom used to work with had them, and they'd always give them to me. Fuck, they were fucking delicious. You know what they are,
I know,
but you don't know what the name is, and they were incredible.
Damn it!
And I wish I knew where I can get those candies from. They're fucking great.
We gotta do a deep dive on fucking Halloween candies, like, because I'm pretty sure there's some out there that we forgot. If we forgot any, just like chime in, like leave a comment or like shoot me a text message, send me a DM, and let me know what candies we forgot.
Let us know.
Y'all remember.
Let us know.
You know what? I think since it's been 6 weeks, I think should I go ahead and dig in?
I mean, partake. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, Shaka.
I think I'm gonna dig in.
He's back.
Yeah, man, we're gonna do it.
He's fucking back.
I will give you this. All right, I'm gonna give you a breakdown of my experience of this 6 weeks of sobriety.
Frank the Tank. No,
it's really not that bad.
No,
it's not as bad and it's not as hard as people make it to seem. The hard part about it is if you're a social drinker.
I
right?
want to just jump in real quick. I don't want it to be offensive of what you said, of like it's not as hard as it seems.
Yeah.
Because
no.
some people it is
really struggle with it.
They really do struggle with the addiction, and that's what we're not trying to shine a light on. But for us to be able to just stop or whatnot, like we did intentionally and everything, in our journey with it, it wasn't as tough as I thought it would be.
Exactly.
Because I feel, you fill your day with things.
Yeah, let me rephrase that.
Yeah. Sorry,
right,
I just wanted to.
It wasn't as hard for me as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a more difficult thing, just because like it's a really big part of what I do, right? Because I'm in an industry where you're surrounded by it constantly, so I could see how somebody, with a dependency on it, this fucking movie. Yeah. So I mean, it's everybody's situation is a little bit different, but for me personally, it really wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
So what I have noticed in the 6 weeks that nothing's really changed. Like I've said before, I don't have that kind of personality. To where like things are addictive for me. So it was kind of easy to, put down. Just the hardest part was people bringing me shots and doing all that. And you just kind of don't want to turn people away or disappoint people. But what I did notice is that I lost a significant amount of weight. And I think before I started, and this was just me doing like my regular shit, like, cause even when I was drinking regular, like when I would do gigs, I would still go to the gym in the morning, work out, and run 1.5 miles, 2 miles or whatever, and I would just keep weight. So before I started, I was at like 220, and I weighed myself today, and I'm at 198.
Good shit.
So like about 20 pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, but you got to think about that too. It's a combination of whenever I get off late and, you drink or whatever, it's like you get hungry.
Yeah.
And you want something to eat.
That's mainly what it is. That's where the gut comes from, honestly.
Yeah.
When you're doing that is because you're going to line your stomach with something late at night and then probably go right to sleep.
Yep.
So the food ain't burning off. You ain't digesting it. It's just sitting in your stomach.
And so for me, what I have noticed is that my appetite's changed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And what I will say though, like the hard part about it was I'm already like a sweets person. Like I like sweets, but I could tell like that first like week and a half, like I was OD with it.
Yeah.
Like I was like eating like candy and like all kinds of shit just like regular. Like I would stop. Like normally like I wouldn't do this, but I was like on the way to work and I would stop and give me like 2-3 candy bars. Like no bullshit.
I love that you eat like a fat boy, but you're not.
And my go-to candy is like recently has been Score. You ever had a Score? Where it's like the chocolate with the like the toffee in the middle. It's pretty good. Yeah. I actually had one when I stopped to get these. So
gotta get a candy bar. Back in for your usual, Mr. Shaka.
This is ice water. But yeah, so for anybody that's wanting to try it and, you know, kind of like decrease your drinking or just completely quit, I say give it a shot, man. It's not a bad deal.
Start small. Yeah. Small wins bring big progress later on.
For sure.
Same with me. Same thing. After you told me what you were doing, I was just like, fuck it, I'll support it. And I've already talked about like how it's not as hard for me because I'm not in the service industry.
Yeah.
But even still with that, like there were times where I was just like, man, I want to go out and do something, or like kind of want to just go get a drink at first, like the first week. And then I just like basically filled those moments of like downtime of like, all right, go work out.
Yeah.
And so like for me, it was like I didn't miss a day all of October essentially. And
nice.
I don't weigh myself, but I know that shit that used to fit tight don't fit tight no more.
You're like, oh baby.
Like, yeah, I'm putting shit on. I'm just like I got these hoodies like right at the end of the cold season last year, and I broke one out over this. And like when I used to wear them, like they used to fit kind of tight and like lift up over my stomach and shit when I'd like, you know, raise my arms anyway. Yeah. And then like I threw one on this weekend and was like, fuck, this feels big on me. I was just like, hell yeah, I don't need to get new hoodies.
Nice.
So I was like, fuck yeah, you know what I'm saying? I look forward to hitting the gym after work. Like now I'm just like 5 o'clock hits, I take the pre-workout, chill for like 30 minutes, wait for it to kick in, and just go straight to the gym.
Once you start making it like a habit, like it completely changes things.
Yeah.
And so I think from like this point forward, you know, like, so whatever I drink here today, it's like I'll be able to do, you know, I'll be able to like avoid, I guess, drinking, like whether I'm at work or whatever, or whenever I'm in a social setting. I have, because before it's like you just don't feel like you have the power to do it.
Yeah. My sabbatical more was like more not so much focused on the drinking, but more of like making more food on my own instead of getting like takeout and shit like that. Like
it's so easy to do.
That right there is like the first takeout I've had in literally a month. Fast food or anything like that. And I don't want to make it a thing. So tomorrow I'm going to go kill myself in the gym like I always do. But yeah, that was my thing, was like I had just gotten so lazy, and me and my girl had just gotten so lazy coming out of the summer and all that shit. We were just like, every time one of us was supposed to cook, it was just like, want me to go pick something up?
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
fuck cooking. I'm just going to go grab something.
And it's like all September, that's all we were fucking doing. And like most of August, and I was just like, yo. And it's like, fuck it, let me try and make something. And then like something clicked into me where I had the energy to hit the gym, go to HEB, come home and cook real quick. And I did it all before like 9. And I was just like, fuck, I got it done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I felt good, and I just kept doing it. So it's like tomorrow I'm going to cook again. I don't know what I'm going to cook, but I'll figure something out. And then I've already talked about like trying, like I find dishes I want to make, but I substitute things out to make them better.
Yeah.
So I've been doing a lot of, I think I talked about this. I made like the General Tso's chicken. And to make General Tso's chicken, of course, you're frying chicken. And instead of using normal flour, I use the gluten-free flour.
Hey.
And I was like, and it's cool because like it still tastes good. It still fills you up, but you don't feel like it's sluggish as like normal flour will make.
It doesn't have that,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's weird.
That's one thing I was thinking about too, like cutting out, like not completely cutting out gluten, but like cutting some out. Because I know my sister, she has a gluten allergy, so like anything that she eats gluten, like she just fucking swells up. And I'm just like, I want to try. I mean, I'm not like, I don't have an allergy, but I just want to cut it to see.
I think that's what it was with me, was like we were eating like a lot of breads and shit because I don't know, women love bread. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bread's fucking.
Bread's the real drug out there. It's a fucking addiction.
We got to clean up these streets, get all this bread off the street.
Like, I went to HEB because I was gonna make like these like we found like this recipe on TikTok my girl sent me. It was just like a sandwich where you take like a good bread, put some like soppressata on that bitch, have some like what's it called, heirloom tomatoes with like the fresh mozzarella slices on it.
Damn.
and you just throw it in the oven and like toast that bitch up. So I like did it, but when I went to HEB, they didn't have bread when I first went by in the bakery, and I was like, fuck. And then as I was leaving, something told me to go stop by there one more time. And like I did, and they literally threw out like fresh fucking French bread loaves.
Damn.
Like I put my hand on it, and I felt the warmth, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And like literally, I couldn't wait to get home. Like I loaded the car up, got in the car, and just ripped the piece off, and like I was like, "Oh my god!" It was like a drug. Like I felt like I was like just getting it in the car, just like, "Oh."
This nigga's in the driving like.
Yeah, it ain't got worse. I got home and I like told my girl because she was like, "Oh, you got bread?" And I was like, "Yeah, but you'll never believe what happened. I bought this bread and like I didn't look at it until I got home, but someone took a bite out of it.
There's only half of it in there.
Yeah,
it says whole loaf."
And I was like, it was fresh too. And she ripped the piece off and like had butter on. Like she was doing something with butter. And it's like she like grabbed the piece. She was like, "It's warm still." I was like, "Yeah." And she like grabbed some butter and put it on and like took a bite. She was like, "Oh." It's just like we had a little orgasmic meeting with fucking bread because I just like stopped eating bread for the longest time. So we like got it in one quick time and was like, "Oh my god, that was amazing."
Gotta get my bread fixed.
Yeah,
it's like when you go to fucking Texas Roadhouse and they got the buns with the honey whatever or the cinnamon butter.
The crack buns,
bruh. But yeah, nah. So let me get this little shot in real quick.
Hey, he's doing it.
I'll take a shot, little.
Chaku's back.
That Terramana tequila.
Not for long. Don't bring him shots this weekend.
Yeah, don't bring me shots. If I want to drink, I'll let you know.
This man turned his life around,
and I'll buy y'all a drink. How about that?
Hell yeah. That's the good thing to do. It's like, no, I won't take it, but I'll get you.
Are you partaking?
Half ski, not as much as you.
Oh damn. Oh, that is a big ass shot glass, huh?
It is.
I was thinking it was a regular size.
Nah, man.
That's a
you got a little long on the pour.
OD.
No, it's been a while, Choc, but it'll be okay.
Okay. Well, damn. Maybe I'll just do tequila and Sprite.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Right there. There you go. Little tequila. Shit, I'm probably gonna go home and crash out after this because I haven't drinking liquor in a while. For my girl's mom's birthday, we went over to her place and they had like a big old party, had a fire pit out back, and we was just out there chilling, and like everyone had a beer, and I did have a beer too that night, but
had a little brewski.
But the crazy thing was, it's like it didn't do nothing. Tasted like water almost. I was just like, huh. Maybe it was being around the flame and it being outside or whatnot. I don't know. I just didn't feel anything. I was just like, no buzz, no nothing. And then I didn't even think about it again. Like the next week went by and I was back in the gym killing it and shit. And I was just like, it had no effect on me. And that was like the crazy part of like, no, that's cool. Like I didn't have the urge to like, yeah, I want to go out and watch like football and have some beers or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, fuck it, I'm good.
Yeah, I think that's the point I'm at now, where I could just like do this and then like not. Because before it's like you feel a lot of pressure to like drink and do all that shit. But now it's just like, all right, cool. Like I know. Because even before I stopped drinking, like a week or two before, like I slowed down a lot.
Yeah.
And I would just like, I would take a shot here or there. But once it got to that like week of me being like, all right, like now I'm going to do it. Yeah. So here's to 6 weeks. Cheersies.
6.
And, you know, let's keep this thing going.
Terramana tequila.
Ooh.
Sweet.
It's sweet.
Like that's the thing. Everything is sweet to me now because I just haven't been eating like real fucking sugar all the time. So I'm just like, sweet.
See, that's what I need to do. That's so weird. I just took a shot.
It was like natural, wasn't it?
No, it felt weird.
Like coming home.
It felt weird.
I'm such a terrible person.
I'm drunk. Fucking fall off the couch after one shot.
Let me tell you something.
You know what, you motherfuckers? Chaco's back.
What do you want to hear?
I ain't playing no fucking Bad Bunny. Okay?
There he is.
Fuck out of here. You know what, though? my in my sobriety, I mean, I've always known how annoying drunk people are, but when you're sober and they're in your face,
Yeah.
my patience is very thin. And I got to the point, okay, so I had a moment back in the day, and I'll never forget this shit. And now I know I got that look. So, I'm gonna give you a little backstory. Remember at Revolution Room?
Oh, good times.
Hold up. So, Alicia Heed Muhammad, the nigga from Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, I remember that night.
He was DJing.
Mm-hmm.
And since we were kind of like regular at Rev,
Yeah.
it's like they kind of let us do whatever the fuck we wanted to do, right? Yeah. So he was in the basement, he was playing, and one of my friends at the time, well, you know, Goodwin,
Yeah.
He went up there to film. And I like we just knocked on the door because like the booth was like separated from like everybody else, and so like we just kind of stood there. And Andrew asked him if he could film, and he was just kind of like he just gave us that look like leave me the fuck alone, like I'm DJing. Mind you, like it was my birthday.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had posted on Twitter. I was like, oh shit, like Ali's supposed to be here for whatever he's doing the show, and I tagged him in it. And he reposted it and he said happy birthday, and I was like, oh shit.
He knows me.
Like, yeah, right. And so like my young dumbass, I could get there, and I was like, I didn't say nothing to him, but I just kind of like walked up the stairs where like the little DJ booth was, and he like looked at Andrew. Andrew was like, hey, can I get some shots of you or whatever? And he was like, yeah, that's cool. Kind of like gave a head nod, and then he looked at me. But he looked at me like I was gonna like request something, or if I was like, and I got like.
Well, I remember being down there when he started, and he was like, "I have one rule: I don't take fucking requests."
Yeah.
So he was like really fucking serious about that shit.
Yeah.
So
like I wasn't gonna request nothing. I just wanted to like say hi, but I didn't even fucking say hi to him. I just kind of like looked, and I was just like, oh shit, like it's a dude, like Tribe Called Quest, like this is a nigga. And so I'm like sitting there, and I don't want to say nothing to him because just based off of the look they gave me, like you look like you want to fucking kill me. And I'm like, nigga, I'm not trying to invade your space. But I remember that look.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh fuck.
I never want to feel this look again.
And I was like, why did he look at me like that? Like I was in my head, I was just pacing. I was like, why the fuck did he look at me? I wasn't gonna do nothing. Like I was just standing there. And flash forward to now, it's like I'm DJing and like I get it.
Yeah.
I get the fucking look because you don't know what somebody's gonna do when they come up, and you deal with so much bullshit. So I'm pretty sure he's DJ'd in tons of clubs, and some dumbass is just like, "Yo, I'm fucking with the camera guy." He just looked at me like, "Nigga, don't come up here."
When you weren't in the game to now when you are in the game. Even me sometimes, like I'll like come up there and chill with you, but even sometimes I feel uncomfortable like standing up next to you or something. So that's why most of the time, like I grab a seat behind you, because I don't even want to be in like your range of motion. And it annoys me when I see people come up there and just like stand like right by your fucking face, and
like right next to me.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Blah, yeah. I was just like
trying to talk to me the whole time.
Like, what are they doing? Don't they see this man's working? Like, shut the fuck up.
Like if it's on a slow night, like I don't mind.
Yeah.
Like I'll chop it up with you, but I'm gonna tell you. Those conversations, even when it's a slow night, I probably remember like 70% of what you told me.
Tell lesser.
And maybe, okay.
20. Stop talking.
I mean, yeah, 20%. My bad, because the 70% is that all my other energy is focused on DJing and shit. So like people will be talking to me about something, I'll be like mid mix, and I can hear what they're saying. And then they get done, and I ask them, "Oh my bad, what'd you say?" And they be like, they don't want to repeat it, and I'm just like, "Okay, my bad."
That's why I'm just like, if you do that to me, I'm just like, "Nah, don't worry about it." I'll just be like, "Yeah, it's no big deal." And unless like you do get a break where you're like, "No, really," and I'll like go through and tell you again. But other than that, I'm just like, "No, it's no big deal."
Most of the time, I'll hear what you say, but it takes me a while to like process everything.
Sorry guys, I guess I'm more important than y'all.
Because in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm going from this to this, and I gotta like do this at this part, and so I'm breaking down shit, and I can hear what you're saying. You'll tell me about something like, you know, either with the pod or like with work or whatever, and like after I get done mixing, it'll take me a second, and then I'll turn to you, I'll be like, oh yeah, like, and I'll continue kind of how it was whenever we were driving back from Houston from the Kid Cudi shit, and I was like falling asleep, but then I would like respond to you.
I love it.
You're like, how the fuck
black out for like 15 minutes and continue a conversation.
You're like, how the fuck you? What did you say?
Like, how did you you just literally went to sleep and just woke up and answered
responded.
Yeah, it was like fucking weird.
It was like, nigga, we were done talking about that for like a couple minutes now. Like, yeah, but I do that. Like, I remember shit, and then like I just black out, and then I get up and I'm like, oh yeah, so yeah, but that's neither here nor there.
Side note: Rachel McAdams, beautiful.
Oh, gorgeous.
This movie, my heart was fluttering when I saw this. Like, I was like, oh my god,
butterflies. But yeah, no, I get that look now, and it was the same thing with the Just Blaze and Jazzy Jeff shit.
Well, you told that story, yeah.
And like at the end of the thing, and I think that's the last time like I've ever asked anybody for a picture.
I just like being on the other side and watching people who are just annoying. I hate when you get the feeling of like, damn, am I the annoying nigga? You know what I'm saying? And like for me is like a civilian, like I'm not a DJ. I got that feeling one time at a bar because like I was like too fucking drunk. And like I was just like walking around and like I stood outside and was like trying to I don't even remember what the fuck I was trying to talk to the doorman about, but he was like sitting on his like his stool like just scrolling and shit. And I was just trying to make conversation with him, but I guess it was coming out as annoying as fuck and not like real cool. And like I just see him, because I'm standing behind him and I just see the back of his head of him just go like that. And I was just like, oh fuck. And I was like, my bad. And I just walked back inside, like left. I was just like, I felt like shit because I was like, oh, I'm the annoying person. Oh my god, like fuck. Yeah. All right, my bad. And I just went inside and was like, all right, I'm gonna pay my tab and catch an Uber home because I'm fucking annoying right now.
Well, I'm at that point.
Yeah. So,
but it's funny because like I never like looked at it that way, and then now that I'm in it, it's like I see it and I'm just like fuck. And don't get me wrong, some people are not like annoying. It's just like whenever if I'm really into a mix or if I'm really into like what I'm doing at the moment, then that's different. But if it's like a slower night for me, then I'm cool with having a little side chit chat. Like I don't mind it. Or even if you like request a song, like I'll get it in. But
most of the time when it's slower, you're the one talking to me.
Yeah,
like, I'll be over there and you're like, yo, hey, we should do this on the pod. Blah blah blah. I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's a slow night then. Yeah, sure.
They're always trying to work. You know,
this nigga's getting raped.
This movie is wild. I didn't realize how much boobs were in this. That shit is crazy. That's what's her name's wife, the Borat dude, right?
Yeah,
that's crazy. Oh lord,
said my own sock stuffed into my fucking mouth.
Oh man. Okay, so moving forward, we're gonna jump into this music corner.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm drunk off one shot. No, I'm just playing.
My guy.
So for music corner, I just wanted to do a quick one because I realized recently, like a lot of people or like companies or whatever the fuck, like they're not using songs. Like they're canceling songs. I guess we'll call this like canceling songs. So when can you separate the artist from like the song? Because what if it just fits like really well with the vibe of things? Like you just got to get rid of it. So like Ignition, right? Bounce, 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 bounce. That's a good song. But then it's like you can't play that no more.
Unfortunately, yeah. Well, it was like I said, like I sent you the thing about the Dynasty and his the Not Guilty song, Jay-Z featuring R. Kelly.
Yeah, no, that
and it's the idea of like this is a great song until you realize that R. Kelly is singing about beating a statutory rape charge. And Jay-Z singing about being wrongfully accused of murder. You know what I'm saying? Like, is rapping about that. So it's just like, damn, that's why I don't think of this song no more. But I don't know. There's some things like that article you sent me. I as soon as you sent it to me, I immediately put two and two together and was like, oh, song's called Bonfire. Texas A&M had a bonfire in 1999 and kids got killed. Like, I wouldn't make sense to have that song playing when you're walking out.
Which is weird though, because like I heard they've been playing it for a while.
Like they had, but it said like they reheard the lyrics or some shit, and I'm assuming he was probably like, oh, he's singing about burn everything down and blah. Oh, probably not.
Because they got a new like music director or whatever.
Yeah.
So okay, so
but also it's a second-rate university in this state. So
all right. So look at it from this perspective. If we're talking about lyrics, right, and we're talking about like the content of a song or like the like what's in the song, right?
Yeah.
Then why don't they just play the instrumentals? Because you get the same feeling off the instrumental as you do.
So I don't mean to cut you off. Did you read the article?
Nah.
Okay, yeah.
Not fully.
They were playing the instrumental, and that's why they were able to get by with it until someone brought to attention, especially on social media, someone was bringing up like, well, you should look into the lyrics of Bonfire.
See, that shit is corny though.
And so that's why.
That shit is corny though. Like y'all there's always one person that just fucking ruins it for everybody.
Hey,
and I mean,
social media, baby.
But look, I'm not dead set on like that song being like the. But I'm just saying, it's like it's one of those things where it's like if I play the instrumental for Power, right? Like this shit get you hype, right? If I'm just fucking playing the instrumental, but then like somebody, oh, it's a Kanye West song, and did you know that he hates him? I'm like, bro, like it's not even about him. Like it's like the energy that you get from the song.
The instrumental
I can fuck
is supposed to just uplift you and everything and give you the beat. And you know the track is good, but that's man, I'm scatterbraining right now. I'm sorry. I can't remember where I was going with
because okay, you think about this shit like the movie The Joker, right, with Joaquin Phoenix, and how they played that one song. Ding,
Jock Gems.
Ding, but they say that dude was like accused of fucking like raping but they used it in the.
That's because nobody knows that. That's why. You gotta understand.
But they was still
look
now oh man, I gotta look this shit up.
Look, here's the thing. If shit happened before the internet, kids don't care about it right now. You know? It's only when it happens on the internet and it's documented and they have something they can pour their excess of energy into, which they should be spending it on getting better grades, that they give a shit about it. They don't care now. They don't care about it because it happened. It was a long fucking time ago. There's a lot of motherfuckers who make music who have like questionable fucking past and shit right now.
But not even that. It's like,
but it happened in like the 80s or something, in the 70s, and no one's fucking shined a light on it yet.
See, okay, like this is my whole like mindset like behind shit, right? It's like you can't fucking cancel everybody. Like I feel like they're trying to like it's like this mission to fucking cancel everybody, but it's like at the end of the day, like I told you in that text, I was like these people have like these, so it's like all these corporations, right? Like you have Walmart, you have Target, you have all these things, but the owners of these companies, like you don't know what the fuck they've done in their past and like all this shit. And you still shop there, and you're still gonna shop there, even if they change the fucking CEO or they change the head of whatever. It's like you're still gonna shop there because where else are you gonna fucking shop?
Yeah,
and that shit was built on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So that's why I'm like, you can't cancel. Like you got to separate.
But once again, these kids don't care because it didn't happen in the internet. If Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, called black people niggas in the 60s and it wasn't documented, but people around him just know that he liked to use the N-word a lot, no one's gonna fucking be like, well, we can't shop at Walmart no more. Like, it's not gonna happen because they don't care right now.
Damn sure
it's what is the polarizing.
He was hard armed.
Yeah, it's like what's the polarizing fun thing to jump on right now?
I know Ray.
That's all it is because everyone is a fucking follower now.
I know Ray,
especially with the internet.
I know Ray Kroc was hard armed the shit out of people.
Oh yeah, that's. I think it's funny because that's what Papa John's got in trouble for because he's in a meeting. He was like, Well, Colonel Sanders said nigger a lot. Everyone knows that.
And people still eating Kentucky Fried Chicken.
He got in trouble for nigger by proxy. It wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? He said nigger describing the motherfucker saying nigger and got in trouble for it. So that's the funniest part about John Slatter, the CEO of Papa John's, and who they fucking had to oust and shit because I guess he just dropped it like he was like, no, I'm cool. I can say nigger. You know, because I put money into the Louisville basketball team, and there's niggas all over that team. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, but
that shit is wild, right?
Yeah. It's funny as shit, but it's
like
not funny at the same time.
These people back in the day, like they was doing some wild shit. I'm sure.
This is like what I always say.
Still like we purchase items from these places. We purchase food from these places. Like you can't fucking cancel everything.
If you're a minority and you have a white friend, I mean, at some point in time, you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, man, that white friend's grandparents I had probably said the probably said the N-word a few times in their life. You know what I'm saying? Now they probably grew past it, and realized this is bad. But I'm pretty sure they did. I just assume any old white person said nigga in their life or referred to a black person as a nigger. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's just the mentality I live my life with, or said some type of derogatory racial slur about somebody.
So there's one thing that's like super wild to me, right? Is like all this talk about like racism, right? And you have all these people that are like, oh, like, nah, we're against it. What small population of people that are just fucking outrageously racist? And if it's probably a large population because white people still look at me fucking crazy. But like whenever Twitter, like when Elon Musk like confirmed the thing and then the next day it was just hard R's all over fucking Twitter. But it's like, why is that the go-to?
I don't know.
If you got your fucking Black Lives Matter shit on there, it's like, why is that the go-to?
I don't know. The same reason.
Nobody says shit about Asian people. Nobody says shit about fucking Hispanic people. Fucking, it just like, went straight to nigga.
It's the grand champion of slurs, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same reason why you got to mute yourself on Call of Duty and mute everybody in the party because some white kid in his parents' basement is just shooting that fucking fucking hard R in it. And then he goes to school and like says what's up to his black friends and shit. And like,
what's up, Dante?
Yeah,
like, fuck out of here,
Dante. I had this sweet kill streak, bro. I was up all night on a bender sipping Mountain Dew.
That shit is wild to me. Internet got y'all fucked up.
I know. That's the thing. We've talked about this before. The internet now and social media makes people. It removes the fear of getting punched in the fucking face.
Punched in the motherfucking face.
And that's all it is. And so as long as we've got social media to spew whatever the dumb shit we want to spew, motherfuckers lost the fear of getting punched in the face. That's when we were younger, there was no Facebook was just coming out. MySpace was the only thing. No one really did that shit to you in public. They didn't pop off.
Yeah, nobody's gonna run up and be like, nigga.
Yeah, no one popped off like that because they knew they'd get fucked up.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I'm gonna say whatever I want on the internet and then fuck it. No one does nothing on the internet. I'm gonna do it in real life.
See, that's the crazy thing too. So it's like, you have these people that talk shit online. Those are the niggas that shoot people. Those are the motherfuckers because they can't fight.
Yeah.
They got to use the internet as an outlet to talk shit. And then when they get into real situations, and that's when they fucking bring the guns out because these niggas can't box.
Pussy.
Like, that shit is stupid. Y'all niggas need to learn how to fight, bro. I'm sorry. Like, all this gun shit, like, this shit got to stop.
A generation of pussies out there, man.
This shit is crazy.
Can't throw hands, nothing.
But to end this shit on a positive note, we made it past 6 weeks of sobriety, and we'll push for a better and a healthier lifestyle because we losing too many people early, man. We can't, we gotta watch that health.
Rest in peace, Takeoff.
Rest in peace, Takeoff, man. That shit is crazy.
Senseless act of violence.
Yeah,
man.
So
I mean, that wasn't for health reasons.
Yeah, it wasn't health reasons.
It's just I thought it had to be said. That is
black people.
Really sad.
We got to get it together. We got to get it together.
Come together.
But all right, that'll be this episode. We'll catch y'all next time.
All right, bye guys.
Y'all be easy.